And as a young man, he was summoned to the wars. Spent his best years with blood on his hands.
Hey guys, it's Homomoto. How you doing? I don't know why I asked that, because no one ever responds. This video is going to be a little bit of a continuation on the video I put up last Wednesday, because it was talking about the cost of being an emergency responder. This one is basically about what's going on in our country right now, with all the riots and the destruction and everybody just tearing everything up. There's a couple, this is almost going to be like a two-part video, but all in the same video, so it might be a long one, don't know. But the first point I want to make is, whenever first responders, and I'm not necessarily talking about police, because some of the police are the problem, but it's a very small percentage of the police that I would be so bold to say they are the problem, or part of the problem. There was a couple video clips I had seen on TikTok and on a couple other YouTube channels where you saw police staging bricks and rocks and such. And there was another one where police were destroying their own police vehicles to make it look like rioters were doing it. That's corruption, y'all. I mean, that's just straight up corruption. Another situation was the corruption where Mr. Floyd got killed. And we're even going to go as far as to say former police corruption, where Aubrey was killed by McMichaels. Or, yeah, I think it was McMichaels. There are bad cops out there. I mean, there's a lot of them. But as many as there is, it's still a small percentage compared to the people that serve in blue. Most of the people I know personally, well, honestly, all the people I know personally that are in law enforcement are really good people. I've always been told, especially when I worked in law enforcement, there was like 4 different kinds of cops. You have the people that were bullied in school and they want revenge, and they'll do anything to get it, and they use the badge as a means to an end to get revenge. You also have the people, another small group, the ones that were bullies in school, and they want to continue that practice. They want to continue being bullies. So they put the badge on because they know it gives them power to be bullies. The next group you have is the ones that just want to draw a paycheck. These are the people that would just as soon work at McDonald's or Walmart or a gas station as they would police, but police sometimes pay a little better. Those I don't want to say are as bad, because they're not, but those cops tend to not really care. They tend to not be really corruptible, but they don't tend to really care. They have very little empathy, if any. So that group, I don't have any disrespect for that group really, but I don't really have any respect for them either. The largest group of law enforcement serving the public is the ones that just want to make a difference. And that's obviously the largest group. There's more people that want to make a difference. They're doing it for the right reasons than there is all these corrupt police officers, and I don't want to call them police officers because they're not. They're thugs. They're bullies with a badge and a gun, and they think they've got the authority to do whatever they want. The last 2 incidences, Mr. Floyd and Mr. Aubrey, those are prime examples. Those guys are victims of thugs. You know, that I understand people are rioting, and I understand why. Here in Huntsville, which is a couple towns away from me, they had some people that were having a peaceful protest. As a matter of fact, several peaceful protests took place in Alabama. Now, the Birmingham situation got a little shady. I don't know what exactly happened there, because I really don't watch the news that much. But the sheriff of Flint, Michigan, y'all, this man took off his helmet had his officers put down their batons and they marched with the people. They prayed together and they had their own peaceful protests and they marched together. That's the kind of people I'm used to seeing wear the badge. That's the kind of people I'm honored to say that I know as friends, that I used to work with as co-workers. The people that, you know, they really are heroes. How this ties into the previous video, sometimes what I see in law enforcement, or from law enforcement, sometimes I see from some of the fire departments, sometimes what I see from some of the EMS, the nurses, the doctors, it's almost more than they can handle. And trust me, I know where they're coming from. The little bit of stuff I've seen is nothing compared to what some of these guys and gals see every single day that they're working, and sometimes every day that they're not working. I couldn't imagine having to go through this as a full-time job. I'm just a volunteer. Could you imagine getting up every day knowing, especially right now with the riots going on, that no matter if you're police, fire, EMS, nurse, whatever, that you may be killed for the uniform that you wear? That's scary, y'all. I mean, that just adds to the emotional trauma of even doing this job. It's rough sometimes when you have to think that you go out there on that call, your tones go off, you go out there, you may not come back home. Not because you got shot by a bad guy, but because you accidentally stumbled into a riot. I don't know if these are rough or not, so hang on. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt where it shouldn't have hurt. Getting back to the point, these people that are rioting, I can understand the frustration, and I really can. But could you imagine knowing that you walk outside your door, you could be killed just because? I've seen a lot of videos where police officers approach certain groups of people with almost too much caution. If you're that afraid to do your job, I understand it's a dangerous job. I really do. I used to do the job. I know it's gotten worse since I did it. But if you're that afraid to do your job, maybe you shouldn't be doing that job. Because realistically, if you're that afraid of it, you're going to make a bad mistake. You're going to do something you regret. You need to be careful, okay? But these people rioting, they're destroying stuff it's going to be expensive to replace. Some of these stores and stuff that's being destroyed, some of these people barely have enough insurance to cover liability. So they don't have a whole lot of insurance to cover destruction, rioting, looting. They don't have the insurance to cover that. You know, these small businesses, I'm not saying by any means it's okay to riot and loot a big business, because I still feel that looting is wrong. I want to throw something else out there, though. The looting, that is not historically done by people that are protesting. Most of your looting and your violent riots, those are not people even in that demographic. Those are people that couldn't give a crap less about the people that the protesters are speaking for. They couldn't care less. That's not why they're out there. They're opportunists. They want to cause problems. They want to cause people financial trouble. They want to stir up messes. Those are not good people. When you find out that a lot of these looters are being bussed in from other cities, even other states, and basically paid to cause problems, come on, what's really going on, y'all? Wake up. Don't be brought into this mess. Don't jump on the bandwagon. A lot of the people you think you're supporting, they are not who you think they are. This is one of those times I really woke up and opened my eyes, and I see it for what it really is. It's opportunists doing whatever the hell they want to make things worse and to profit from it. Y'all, don't buy into it. Do the right thing. I love y'all, and roll Tide.
I was a storm and I passed right over you, and I tried to eclipse the sun in the hopes that you love the tumble and spray in your face, and the sky broken by life.